actually keep that round of applause going for 90 years of song scandal for
Jan, your mic is on.
What?
It's Dan at the piano. We hear you warming up singing No Regrets.
Oh, fuck. I regret that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dion Forrest!
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You heard me say fuck before the first act. Oh dear. Well, you do know that I'm 90 years old. And we're lucky that I got here in the right theater at the right time. Oh dear. Oh yeah. Well, now we can start. I'm Dion, and I'm 90 years old, and I like to put it out there right away in case I don't make it through the show. Oh, but while I'm still alive, I gotta tell you something. I got in the Guinness Book of Records as the oldest working female comedian in the world. And look, I found my picture in the book. Look at that. Wow. Right above somebody named Seinfeld. And all I had to do to get in the book was get old. Well, you know, I'm 90, and I got in the Guinness Book, and a friend of mine got in it too. Her name was Lynn Ruth Miller, and she was in it before me, and she was 6 months older than me. But she passed away last year. What a tragedy for her. What a lucky break for me. Out with the old, in with the less old, that's what I say. Oh, yeah, but you know, people are always telling me, Dion, why aren't you traveling, taking it easy? You know, come on, why are you still working at age 90? Well, obviously, I'm still paying back my student loans. Well, you know, I'm 90 and I'm in great shape. Oh, well, except I'm a whole lot less flexible than I used to be. I mean, hell, I haven't been able to do 69 since I was 69. Oh, the best I can manage for you is 66. And I'll owe you 3 with interest. Yeah, you know, but nowadays, that I'm 90, I look back at 69 as the good old days. You know, I look at them fondly. Yeah, back when I didn't need a pacemaker, or I didn't need a blood thinner, you know, I mean, heck, I didn't even have an iPhone because I had to keep track of my memory, and now I got an iPhone, I don't need a memory anymore. Well, you know, I am old, and you know, they're trying to get me, the banks, to pay twice a month on my student loans. And they say, won't that make you feel good? And I say, no, what makes one feel good at this age is a nice, relaxing blood infusion. And a mani-pedi, and I'm a new woman. Well, you know, I have a good memory. I've got a good long-term memory. I can remember what I wore on the first day of school. Oh yeah, because back then we were in private school, we had uniforms, and I can remember what I wore for 8 plaid polyester fucking years. Yeah, well, you know, my short-term memory, that is the real problem. My short-term memory, that is the real problem. But my friends are worse than me. One of them called me up the other day and said, "Hey, Dion, have you met my daughter?" I said, "Sure." "Well, she's coming over all of a sudden. What's her name?" You know, people don't believe me when I say I'm 90. I was born in 1934, and of all the people born at that era, only 1% is still alive. On top of everything else, I'm an endangered species. You know, and my friends, they don't believe that I'm 90, but you know what it is I've lived in New York for the past 65 years. That makes me a real New Yorker. You know, the pace keeps you young, or it kills you. Yeah, well, people are always saying to me, "Dion, what's sex like in your 90s?" And I say, "What's sex?" No. I'm just kidding. I've had lots of sex in the past 70 years, but I'm not screeching to a halt. In fact, I'm getting speedier. Any takers? Well, you know, my friends, they call me a slut. Yeah, they do. And you know what I tell them when they call me that? Do you know how difficult it is being at 90 years old and being a slut? It's exhausting. Well, they call me a slut because most of them have only slept with their husbands their whole lives. Whereas I've slept with tons of guys, as well as my friends' husbands, and some of them also. But that's a story for that's a story for later. Well, you know, I line, please. I had.
Tonight we're going on a journey.
Well, oh, is that why I forgot it? Okay. Tonight we're going on a journey back in time to the start of my showbiz career. And if you think those memories are vague and cloudy, you're wrong. They're completely vague and cloudy. I come from a very musical family. My uncle, Larry Berkowitz, he founded the Berklee School of Music in Boston. So therefore, you know, at a young age, I'm singing and dancing around the house, clearly in need of attention. And so my parents decided to give piano lessons to my older brother, who was tone deaf. So during the lessons, I'd hide behind the armchair in the living room, and I heard him massacre Mozart. And finally, I memorized some of the melody, and when everybody left one day, I went out from behind the armchair, and I climbed up on the piano stool, and I had memorized everything, and I put my hands on the piano, and what do you expect? I was a musical genius. I was 5 years old. I was hiding behind the armchair. Oh, but you know, this music, you know, it made me see the truth in myself, my truth, because I found out I'm not a genius. I'm a star. There's no business like show business. There's no business we know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere do you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show. They smile when they are low. Yesterday they said that you would not go far. The night you open, and there you are. Next day on your living room mate, I'm a star. Let's go on with our show. The comedy, the scenery, the makeup, the props, the audience that lifts you when you're down. The headaches, the heartaches, the makeup, the flops, the sheriff who'll escort you out of town. The opening when your heart beats like a drum. The closing when the customers won't come. There's no people like Joe. People they smile when they are low. Even with a turkey that you know will fold. Tonight you might be out in the cold. Still you wouldn't give it up for a sack of gold. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the show. Thank you. Where did you come from? You never know what's gonna happen. Okay, well, showbiz is very nice, and after I got into the Guinness Book of Records, my comedy performances became faster and faster to me. I performed in New York, in the Hamptons, and in Paris, in English and French. And then I was in the Drew Barrymore show, and I was in the New York Times big page, and a lot of podcasts. Oh, and I was even on a documentary on Tinder for older women. I'm the oldest. Standing on the corner, watching all the girls go by. Anybody know that song? Yes. Standing on the corner, giving all the girls the eye. This is a song that was famous in the 50s, and we all sang it in college. It was an old Broadway song, and I sang it just before the Civil War. And if you don't think I'm exaggerating, get out. You're too young to be here. Get out. Come on and bring your babysitter with you next time. Well, the reason I'm singing that song is that, well, I got a ton of publicity last summer when I was standing on the corner on 7th Avenue and on a bright sunny morning, and I got sucker punched and thrown down in the street by a real, oh dear, what's the word? Asshole. Yeah, real asshole. And I know you're saying, what kind of a guy would do a thing like that to a little old lady? I'll tell you what kind of guy. One full of lots of estrogen. It was a woman, a strong, big, pissed off, crazy woman. And, well, my friend said, boy, she's a complete bitch. And I said, That bitch is so complete, she's a cunt. I hate her even more than Elon Musk. Well, good, I'm glad you like it. I don't, I'm sure. No, well, the NYPD, they took on my case, the whole case, and they even got a detective for my case. My case, my own detective. Oh, and tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the detective came, David Turner. Will you please give him a big hand? Hey, David. Well, Dave, he can answer any questions that you have, just not about the case.
Your case.
That's it, you're a little late.
He took my seat.
Sorry, everybody, don't listen. Okay, so David, I got a question for you, okay? I'm the oldest woman on Tinder. I'm the oldest one in the Guinness Book of Records. Am I the oldest victim you've ever had?
It depends what you mean by hat.
Oh, dear. Speaking of age,
Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
hey, Dave, you know the song?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, you better know it because it's the official song for giving cardiac massage to somebody who's having a heart attack. And there's a possibility it's going to happen tonight. I mean, if I talk to you people there in the front rows, don't freak out. It happens all the time. Just stay calm and sing. Anybody?
Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
Let's go. Everybody singing like you're keeping me alive.
Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
Oh, my goodness gracious. You give us some die-hard anytime. Oh, well, things coming off. Okay, so, line please, honey.
When I was singing, Okay.
Forget it.
Okay. Back to my story.
Oh, but always I gotta go back to
Now back to my story.
Back to my story. So now, I was singing and dancing around the house and banging on the piano. My parents decided to give me piano lessons. And, my uncle even, he put me in the promo shots. And you can believe it? Oh yeah, look, my feet don't even touch the floor. But I got my own trio. So I was taking, what are you trying to look at? So I was taking piano lessons, and I asked Mommy, I said, Mother, can I play some songs from Broadway shows? And she says, what? After us paying all this money for you taking Rachmaninoff and Mozart, are you insane? I said, but Mom, my friends don't like Rachmaninoff. And you know what she said? Then get new friends. Well, I was singing and dancing in line, please.
My father said when she was
My
out of the
father
house.
said when she was out of the house that I could play the popular songs. Thank you. Okay. Are you going to sing? No.
No,
All right.
it's all up to you.
Oh, it's all me. I can't give you anything but love. Baby, this was just as popular in 1946 as Taylor Swift is today. That's the only thing I'm plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, we're sure to find happiness, and I guess all those things you always pine for. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell. Baby, diamond bracelets were worth dozens sell, baby. Till that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. Well, at the beginning of my uncle's school, it wasn't doing that well, so he decided to host a new TV show in Boston, played all over the area, and he was going to be the host and have the students from his school. And so, of course, I was on the show. Well, it wasn't just because I was my uncle's niece. He knew damn well that my mother would make his life a living hell if I didn't get on the show. My mother was pushy AF. And I mean, well, the problem was there were a lot of piano players who were going to be on the show, but fear not, my mother had now enrolled me in a drama school. And I was taking pantomime, and at that time, Marcel Marceau was a very famous pantomimist, and I was sure I could make up a funny pantomime, and what could be funnier than pretending to take off my clothes before a bath. Well, the day came for the show, and we went to the studio, and it was packed, and there was even a priest in the audience, and then my parents, everybody was in the front row, and the music started, the show started, and there were 8 piano acts. And then finally my music came on, and I started doing my pantomime. Started getting down to my underwear, and I'd just gotten a bra, new bra, and oh, this is gonna be fun taking it off. I can't let you be loved, baby. Diamonds will worth doesn't buy, baby. my show. They're gonna stay, we'll see. Okay. Well, according to all accounts, I was a hit. Oh, but then the producers shut the music. And the announcer began a commercial, and my mother came up on stage and dragged me off. Diana, what were you doing? Taking your clothes off in public, embarrassing me. But Ma, I was just pantomiming taking off my clothes in public. And you threw your panties to a priest. You're Jewish. But Ma, I didn't see a rabbi. Well, my president, she told me that you're finished, no more show business. But, you know, you see me here tonight, you can see who won that battle. Because my lawyer father convinced my mother that having more lessons would be all that I needed. Well, I started taking singing lessons. And a line, please.
And accompanying myself on the piano.
Accompanying myself on the piano, but we already did that.
Yeah, it was perfect till my mother said.
Remember?
Perfect till my
I know, I'm just getting the laughs. It was perfect until my mother said, Diana, you gotta get rid of your Boston accent. What Boston accent? You gotta get rid of your Jewish accent. What Jewish accent? Well, my mother got me an elocution teacher. In Boston, 1949, my mother was pushing AF. And I mean pushing. Well, Miss Redford, a lovely British lady, she taught me words with just enough pretension to be scary, like tomato, bath, no, your lordship, I'm not Jewish. Well, well then, in 1952, I got accepted to Middlebury College, a small Presbyterian college in Vermont, founded by the stuffy upper class. And when I arrived there, it looked like the Mayflower had arrived with a cargo of blondes. I was the only Jewish girl in the place, and the only one who wasn't blonde. Being Jewish, I didn't get into sorority, and the guys wouldn't date a brunette. So I called my mommy, I said, my social life sucks. And she said, join the choir. So Monsieur Berger, the choir director, he auditions me, and he said, you're in the church choir, you sing 7 days a week. And I said, but Monsieur Berger, I don't think I can. Well, why not? He said, I said, I'm Jewish. He said, shh. My real name is Berger. I'm Jewish too, but don't tell anyone. Well, it was then, I wasn't sure because it was in the church chapel every day. So I called my mother up. I said, Ma, I got in the choir, but can I sing those Christian hymns? And she said, oh, of course, no problem. Whenever they sing about Jesus, just hum. You can sing all the Christian, don't sing all the Christian words, but you can sing all about God all you want, but don't mention anything in the New Testament, just hum. Well, some songs were easy. We wish you a merry, we wish you a merry, we wish you a merry, and a happy new year. Oh, then some were a little complicated. Onward, soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross, oh my cross, with the marching on before. Well, true story. So I spent the next 4 years humming and singing my heart out at Middlebury. We'll never fix it. Just stand up and hold, you know, hold. That's what these guys are for. I don't know.
Yeah, we got this.
Oh, now I got 2. Whoa! I'm sure it still won't work, you know. We'll see. I'm so sorry, darling.
Oh, you're right.
Joe and Eric. Okay, well, I went back home after college, and I wanted to go to law school. But my mother said, no, 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 no. The men will think you're too smart, and they won't marry you. My mother's theory was that if you wanted to become a lawyer and you worked so hard to be one, why not just marry a lawyer? So my father found the perfect fiancé. He was Erwin Cohen, a nice Jewish lawyer. Well, Erwin and I got engaged in 1958. And we were so innocent, I'd never even seen a grown man naked, and Erwin Cohen was not the one I imagined. And my mother's, I went to my mother, I said, you know, I don't love him. She said, you will grow to love him. And, well, Erwin didn't turn out to be a great husband. He didn't know how to pleasure a woman. And ordinarily that wouldn't matter, except the woman was me. So my mother was wrong. I didn't grow to love him, I grew to leave him. And where does a young divorcee go after le divorce? To the city of lights and love, Paris. Oh, Paris was la libération, the liberation. Sex was everywhere in the 60s, and it was in the music and in the songs by Josephine Baker. And surely there'd be somebody in Paris who would know how to pleasure me. J'ai 2 amours, mon cœur et Paris, pas toujours, mon cœur est ravi. I have to love my country and Paris, but I left Boston so I could be free. Boston was surprised that a gal could have 2 guys, but there in Paris, they said, you're crazy, why not have 3? Like you could have 3. I was so young, Paris seemed so alive. I had fun. Well, sure enough, in Paris, there wasn't just one person who could pleasure me. There was a whole town. The Parisian boys, they would follow us Americans all the time, saying, voulez-vous boire un thé, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? And finally a gendarme said, tell these guys to stop following you and tell them, fous le camp. Well, I didn't know what it meant. What it does mean is, fuck yourself. So I went walking around Paris telling all these guys, fous le camp, no foulez-moi, vous foulez-vous. Well, Paris being Paris, I discovered a nightclub where women could meet women, and it was called Elle et lui, she and he. Nowadays it would be called they and them. It was very fluid. So I met the star singer there, Maria Balso, and she'd said I could do a spot one night singing. So that night I was there in the dressing room, and I was watching all these chorus girls, you know, they were so beautiful, putting on their hairdos and their makeup and their costumes and jewelry, the long legs. Oh, they were to die for. And then one of them stood up in front of me and smiled, and she adjusted her panties. Girl, that bitch was hung. They all were. And after, they were talking about going to the Champs-Élysées after the show and turning tricks with guys. And sure enough, there were more queens in those cars than there were belt. Unbelievable. So I knew that to be in this show, this was going to be my big chance. So I picked a song that everybody in America was singing in the 60s, and everybody was singing it. I couldn't go wrong. Hello, darling, well, hello, darling, it's a nice have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, Dolly, I can tell, Dolly, you're still growing, you're still. Nobody was listening. They were just staring at me. You could see they didn't know the song, and they didn't give a shit who the hell Dolly was. But I soldiered on. So golly gee, fellas, how do I take the knee, fellas? Dolly, I'll never go away. Dolly, I'll never go away. Then one guy stood up and yelled, go away! So I immediately yelled back, fous le camp! I ran off the stage as quickly as possible. I was picking up my stuff ready to go home, and Maria comes in. Chérie, chérie, dépêchez-vous, il y a un deuxième spectacle. What? You're not gonna fire me? No, chérie, but this time pick a different fucking song. Which I did. On te me prend dans ses bras et me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, m'appelle lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, là j'aurai pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi la vie en rose. Hold me close and hold me fast, the magic spell you cast. This is la vie en rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see la vie en rose. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where roses bloom. And when you speak, angels sing from above. Everyday words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart and soul to me, and life will always be la vie en rose. Well, the French loved it. You'd think I brought Piaf back to life. Well, I finally had found my vocation, or it found me. I became an American chanteuse in Paris, and I loved playing in the nightclubs and singing, and then I loved playing in the swingers club. I played and I played. Oh, yeah, well, who came to my show last year, swinging on the set? Well, what happened to the rest of you? Where the hell were you? Well, in this show, I talked about how the swinging scene was wild in Paris in the 60s. And I fooled around there with men, women, German, French, Dutch, even. It was a smorgasbord of sex. But there was a very great title song in the show. And I would love to invite some of my sexiest friends to sing the song who play their ukulele. Guys, are you here? I'm 19 years old. I haven't got time. You never can fix it. I've been for years. Yeah, sure, for now.
Hey, Leon, are you
What?
ready to get laid?
Oh, love it. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys have allowed me to play in their ukulele cabaret for the last 12 years, if not in their bedrooms. This is, Jason, you're not in the light. Get in the light, Jason. And Shannon. All right. Okay, we're gonna do the title song. Where I'm swinging on the set, yes, swinging on the set. I'm naked with strangers in Paris, amen. I'm lying on a bed without any clothes, 40 French asses under my nose, a look in my eye, a tongue in my ear. I haven't a clue what's going on in the rear. I don't know who's who. Maybe it's you or you. I'm swinging on my set. words. Let's go. Are you ready? And you wait a minute. We're going to do we're, because I want you to join, okay? Everybody. We're
Swinging on the Seine. We're swinging on the Seine. We're naked with strangers in Paris. Amen. We were innocent then. We do it again.
What would we do?
We're swinging on the Seine.
Everybody, we were innocent then.
We were innocent then. We do it again. We're swinging, swinging on the
Thank you. And their nieces are here tonight. I won't tell you the age, okay? Welcome, nieces. Okay. Excuse me, I'm all excited now. Well, next line, Eric darling.
It was great performing in Paris, but soon
Yeah, I know the rest. It was great performing in Paris and having fun, but soon I was broke. So I went back to Boston and immediately went to New York, and Mother was pleased because she figured there were more eligible men there to get married again. Well, I became French and started working in bars, restaurants, and I became Danielle, the French chanteuse. And when you speak and sing another language, people think you can sing a lot of languages. So I had to broaden my repertoire.
Can you sing in German?
Do, do, litzberen Herzen, do, do.
Can you sing in Russian?
Oh, ochicholia, ochiaznia, ochispronia, ipikraznia.
Can you sing in Chinese?
Oh, no. They don't sing in China. They're very serious. Don't you watch television?
Can you sing in Italian?
Volare, oh, cantare, oh.
Can you sing in Hebrew?
Oh, funny you ask. I was traveling in a more peaceful time, and I got to the customs part in Israel, and the custom agent there, a woman, she asked me to give her a passport, and she says, "Oh, Diana Schulman, you're Jewish." I said, "Yes, I'm Jewish." Does everybody ask me that? She said, "You're Jewish, and you speak Hebrew?" I said, "No, I don't speak Hebrew." "A Jew who doesn't speak Hebrew?" So everybody behind me was waiting in the line for the customs. So finally I said, "I don't speak Hebrew, but I can sing it." The olive trees that stand in silence upon the hills of time, the bells that are ringing in the city, and the bells of evening chime. The shepherd pauses in the valley to call the world to prayer. The shofar sounding in the temple, and peace is everywhere. Jerusalem shel sahar v'shel nohor shekveh shalom alor la'on shibrayich ani hino. I've sung my way through customs all over the world. And I've been at that era singing and swinging everywhere, and I felt free because nobody knew what I was doing back home in Boston. Well, the line, darling.
So I guess you could
So I guess you could say that I've been around. But I was saintly compared to these hoes today. I was never videotaped having sex. Well, we didn't have the technology. And people always say that I'm too old for sex. Well, too old for 3 ways, maybe. But sex? Yeah, my rule is it ain't over till the fat lady's dead. Oh, and I joined all these dating clubs, and there's one called for seniors, Our Time. And these people on that site, they all look so old. It should be called Our Time Is Up. Well, after my last physical, the doctor said to me, Tiana, you're in great shape, but you gotta realize that at your age, anything can happen. So I want you to start having sex responsibly. Well, I still have sex, but now I do it in a coffin. I like to be prepared. Oh, and some guys won't do it in a coffin. And you know why? Because they're pussies. Well, I met a few guys on Tinder. Those guys will do it in a coffin, the trunk of a car, even in a dumpster. I'm not proud of that one. Well, I don't know. It seems like sensuous situations have always been attractive to me. We were in Israel, and we decided to go to the lost city of Petra, over 2,000 years old. And at the front desk there, the fellow said, hey ladies, you can have a Turkish bath before dinner, and it won't cost you $35. And we said, no, we're Americans. We don't allow anybody who don't know bathing us. Well, later that day, I'm wandering around, and I come in front of the Turkish bath, and a gentleman there says, hey, mademoiselle, welcome to our Turkish bath. If you don't tell the front desk, I'll only charge you $25. Who doesn't love a bargain? So I went in, he gave me the smallest towel I'd ever seen. He said, take off your clothes. I put on the towel, and then immediately came in a young, dark, handsome man, and he took me by the hand into the next room, which was huge, marble all over the place with steam. His name was Ahmed, and there was nobody in the room except us. And then he took me by the hand, and he put me in a marble alcove on the bench, and then suddenly a gush of steam came out, and I was suddenly towelless, naked, sitting next to the most gorgeous man I'd ever met, massaging my hand. I felt a burst of passion, and then suddenly a burst of guilt. He was Syrian, I was Jewish. He was 25, I was 76. And I know very well that 25 can go into 76 many more times than 76 into 25. Smart eye. Well, then Ahmed said, lie down, mud. So I lie down on my stomach, and he comes over and massages me with mud and soap and water from head to toe. And then he says, turn over. Turn over, I was stark naked. What could I do? I flipped over faster than a pancake at IHOP on Mother's Day. And then Ahmed massaged me with the soap in the water and over the breasts and the inner thighs. And oh dear, I'd always heard about, that happy ending, but I never thought I'd be in that position, literally. And then all of a sudden, Ahmed said, "Now you rest." And he went off. Rest? I don't want to rest. I want you to finish me. I was feeling done in. Couldn't win. I'd only ever kissed before. I thought there's no use getting into heavy petting. It only leads to trouble and seat wetting. Now all I want to know is how to go. I've tasted blood and I want more.
More.
And that's, I'll put up no resistance. I want to stay the distance. I got an itch to scratch and I need assistance. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I want to be dirty. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. And while you pose, if anything grows, I'll oil you up and rub you down.
Down.
And that's just one small fraction of the main attraction. You need a helping hand, and I need action. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, me. I wanna be dirty. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I wanna be dirty. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I wanna be dirty. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Well, Ahmed came back with tea, and I was sipping it while he was patting me dry, and I figured, uh-oh, now's going to be the time. Then all of a sudden, an American loud couple came in the room. "Where's the Matsua?" And Ahmed left to attend to them, and I was left high and dry. And I mean dry, folks. Talk about getting fucked without getting fucked. Well, he got it. Well, I'm 90 years old now, and I realized that everything I needed to know, I learned in Paris, the city of love and light. And Paris showed me my own path. It taught me my way. And who cares what anybody else thinks? You gotta do what you want to do, and nobody will do it for you. And if they don't like it, fuck them. These days, I go out mostly with younger guys, and not that I want to, but everybody else is dead. And I have 3 things that the young women don't have. I got a pension, experience, and a place in the Hamptons. That makes me, dear, what's the word? Oh yeah, fuckable. 100% fuckable. Well, these days the young men love me because when I go down, I can't get up. I ain't 16, not a beauty queen, and my eyes are banging, and my skin is sagging. That's the reason you don't love me. Maybe that's not love. I ain't 20 either, and I don't care either. And I dye my hair, not just here, but there. But that's not you. You don't love me. Maybe that's not love. If you don't think I rock, well, we ain't gonna roll. If you don't wanna pitch my tent, put away your pole. If you are yonder, I wish you were, sweet pea. 'Cause if you can't see what I can do, you ain't doing me. Older ladies, older ladies, older ladies, where you find my big old breasts droop from my chest, pretty near down all the way to my nest. That's it. You don't love me, baby. That's not love. If you rock, oh dear, then we ain't love. If you don't find me tasty, don't eat my casserole. If you want a younger one, I wish you well, sweet pea. 'Cause if you can't see the bang I got, you ain't banging me. Everybody join. Older ladies, there you go. Older ladies, older ladies. Let's divide once more, let's hear it. Older ladies, older ladies, older ladies. What are we? Yeah! Oh! We did it! We did it! Thank you, everyone! Thank you, Ken. And thank you, Eric, wherever you are. Eric Coachville. Thank you for coming. This is new fun.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out to 90 years of song, scandal, and foreign affairs. Let's give it one more time. Just a quick little thing before I let y'all go. If you like the show, please vote for them for the Audience Award. We'll have a QR code out there. If you want to support this festival, please donate. We'll also have a QR code out there or cash bucket. And if you like the show, we have 62 other amazing shows, so please come back. Thank you so much.
Last week the show was started, and so we ended on a different time. Just about back to the building, we were really doing the full ending. Absolutely. Because we ended after Touch Me. Yeah, we after Touch Me, this was last week. I ran up and said, right after this, take lights up and see that was the we just made it. Now I make cuts to it. I mean, he has a script and he figured it out. But I just wanted to be certain that he wasn't going to go black out after Touch Me. Instead.
I'll take it.
What the hell? You gotta learn your lines.
That's right.
Good job. I'll see you.
Very funny. Congratulations.
call her up.
Yeah.
I'm calling her up this week.
Tell her she's in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe she can come. Too late. Not gonna be around. No more.
No, we're really it's gonna probably listen to the
You know it then.
maybe you can see if you spend more time with
I'm Michelle. Yeah. Pleasure.
How was yours?
all right, so that's your microphone.
I'm gonna take it home. You want me to keep it? I'm gonna take it home.
Yeah, just practice with it. Like,
Yeah, it's,
wear it in the shower.
yeah, because Joe's pub,
They had a different one.
their mic really stayed up, so I don't know what the heck. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so
very
much.
Thank
That made me
you.
so happy.
I'll miss you.
And Dion, is that how they say it?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you,
I'll
Dion.
miss you.
Of course. Have a good one.
What do you try to get a picture of me? God help us. Did I embarrass the kids? I felt so bad.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry, they've got to learn some of the stuff as well anyway.
What?
This will be then when they're older.
Okay.
They both said to me, Mum, what's a slut?
What?
They said to me, Mum, what's a slut?
Oh,
So they didn't know that. So
oh
they
good.
learned something.
That's all right.
That's all right.
That's fine.
Hey.
That's fine. What's a slut?
You're gonna get a
Amazing.
picture.
Get a picture, give me
Yeah.
a picture.
You're getting that too. All the blondes. The blonde
This
bombs.
is my new extended family.
Absolutely.
Yes, I always wanted to meet them.
Oh.
Any relative of Jason's a relative of mine.
All right, we gotta go. The next poker's ready in 5 minutes, so we gotta really get out of here.
Yeah, I really think so.
I'm gonna take your mic be on. Sorry
Can I
about all
take
the
it home?
problems.
Can I take the microphone home
Are you gonna bring it back?
and I'll bring it back?
Sounds good.
And then me try to
I
practice.
hope it's okay. It sounded almost like something broke.
No, it didn't break, it fell
It
off.
just kept coming off.
Yeah.
And he shut it off. And we didn't have the piano. We didn't have the piano either. We did,
Yeah, we got a couple audio problems today.
You'll fix it, won't you? You'll
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
them?
Yeah, it's gonna be better.
It makes a difference, I'll tell you. Nervous as hell.
Yeah, I know.
Wonder why.
We have the film crew. So next show is the film show, right? Next Saturday, or is there one between then and now?
No, that's it.
It's on Friday.
Is it at 6:30?
Friday.
Yeah. So y'all are good to come in
No,
at 5:30.
Thursday.
It's gonna be Sophie, not me, there tomorrow.
Oh, God.
But
I know.
should be okay. I'm gonna let her know about everything. But it's still gonna be, same thing. We'll have to get out in 10 minutes once it's all over and they know all that. The rings.
I gotta get stuff out. I gotta get my stuff out.
Yeah, because that's gonna be the biggest difference between her and me.
Yeah.
All right, we do really need to go though. Like we're really. We really need to.
Yes. Talk to you later, Joe. Thanks a lot. Mike, do you see a blue
Sorry about the mess.
blue bag of Dion's that we
New shirt. I have the old shirt too, and miss my peplum, and I want it over.